It's all like rotted away.
But it was like new. But it was just sitting there.
Okay, I'm recording now.
Okay.
Alright guys, you know the routine. Just give it a few seconds for some people to join in, and then we'll get started. Alright, long enough. People will join in. Alright. Tonight we've got ourselves even more Ghostbusters. From the current run that we've been doing over the last few months, this is cases 21 and 22. Break is sponsored by Blowout Cards. Thank you to them, as always. Case on top is case 21. Case on the bottom is case 22. I hope we get all the big sketch artists you guys are waiting on. In particular for Andy and Adam. I need one or two more to finish. If you're watching Logan, I don't know who else you need for your second master set. But let's pull them all. I gotta start chopping up some of these boxes. They're everywhere. Alright, now I gotta turn this down. Back the camera up a little bit more so you get more table. Alright, so I see the watchers are coming in. We're joining. Don't forget to say who you are so I know who I'm talking to. How's it going, Adam? I saw you opened up 2 more cases and got somebody else you needed. You're down to, who was it, Jason Saldahanio or whatever? Alright, so we got major sticking on these. Oh, Mike Vasquez. That's it. I had him backwards. Oh, sorry. I think I opened up the wrong row. There's my autograph already. That's the standard. Yeah. Alright, first autograph is Larry King. Come on. There we go. You know, the one thing I noticed, so you had opened up 3 cases that you had posted. And out of all 3, you didn't get one Aykroyd? I have no idea what this is supposed to be. I mean, that's actually hard to do. I mean, I want to say in the 22 cases we did, I think I only didn't pull an Aykroyd 3 times. He's almost won a case. Going on vacation, business, and headed anywhere good? Well, that's kind of cool. Oh, Andy, I didn't see you were on there too. Thanks for doing that trade with me. That's the only reason why I joined. I figured I got a base set. I might as well get a foil set. I don't have any desire to go after the autographs or anything. I was shocked to actually get a decent pick. My luck is very, very weak when it comes to group breaks. Oh, well, that's a guarantee. I mean, unless there's something, you know, like if we get a really strong case, you know, and say the printing plate falls to 5, you know, that might be a consideration. But I mean, you'll definitely be able to pick a sketch since we'll get, you know, 10 out of the case. So 1, 2. All right, so the autograph was in the right spot, so I'll assume the sketch will be as well. So it should be in one of those 2 packs I just put off to the side. So are you guys going to move on to another project ever? I mean, like, what happens when there's no more cases of Ghostbusters to open? Yeah, no problem. All right, let's see what we got here. And by the way, Adam, I gotta say, you know, looking at the break you posted, and also from the ones that we just recently got, I think Eric Mail, I think he did the best sketches in the set. Sketchless box. That's a bummer. Well, you know what? Let's get those out of the way first. And the one, yeah, I do. I like Benjamin's work too. I don't know. It's just something about like I'm not an artist, so I'm gonna explain myself completely wrong. But I think I don't know. Was it your personal one, Andy? That one? It was like a mummy guy. I mean, just the way like the it like fades out, you know, into the, you know, just the white space. Of course, the that first case you opened up, Adam, the what was it, the Tully sketch? I mean, that thing looks like a real sketch. I mean, like a real picture. That doesn't look like an artist did it. Looks like a photograph. Some wolf dog. I don't know what it is. Not a strong start to the cells. I'll have to, if everybody's still working on Ghostbusters at the next Philly show, if I get to go to it, I'll have to see if I can find any stuff there. If anybody's looking for anything. I wasn't actively looking for anything, but you never know what somebody might have hiding. But they have everything there. I mean, I'll tell you, it was actually really weak this this past spring. The show that just happened last month, or was it 2 months ago now? I mean, I collect such a small amount of stuff that I only go just to, you know, I see a few people I know, and then I just blow money for no reason. I have a box or two I bought. I still haven't even opened it, just for, you know, again, for the fun of it. You know what it was? I bought 2 years ago. I bought a box of. Remember that Topps had put out Dinosaur Attacks? It's supposed to kind of work off of Mars Attacks. It was like late 80s. No autograph. That should have been in that last pack. Look at this pack. Hopefully there's nothing in it, just some base cards. Yep, Just base cards. I'll put that. They're gonna go in my packing supplies box. That's the kind of cards I use. If you guys have got, any of you have gotten any of the base sets. This one's curled too. Not as bad, but I'll just not even gonna bother. I don't know if I have anybody beat on base sets, but so many people anymore, they don't want the base sets. They just tell me to keep them. I didn't even get a chance to update the list. I don't know where anybody fell in the draft, if you're in a base spot or not. But so many people, yeah, exactly. So many people just tell me to keep them. I think I have over 100 base sets because I kept giving them to my buddy who works at a day camp in the summer, and even he said he can't use anymore. Well, you're about to see the first sketch. I can't imagine we're going to go 2 boxes in a row without a sketch. So, should be in this pack right here. Let's see, it looks like I know who this is already, just based off the coloring. If I can get to the back of the card. Alright. Adam. I'm going to show you the sketch. Oh, wait a minute. I'm wrong. Never mind. This isn't who you need. Let me get this to focus a little better. Yeah. Pull the light in a little bit more. No, that actually made it worse. There we go. We got ourselves a Mikey. I saw the Mikey from right there. I thought, I want this focus. There it goes. But you're looking for Mike Vasquez, and not Mikey. Wrong Mike. Yes, definitely a good sketch. So the cell's got a little bit of a curve in it, but that's actually kind of a fun one. I like that one. I saw somebody talking about the occult bookstore one. Did it get pulled recently, or was it pulled a while ago, and it's just that was one of the big cards to pull? Okay. Gonna be here forever opening these cases up if they're all gonna stick this bad. I'll tell you what, if it's any consolation in general, when we get done, I don't know how many they have, but I was given the impression that Blowout's got a lot of cases. So when everybody's tired of opening up Ghostbusters from Blowout, I have a feeling there's not going to be much left unopened out there. I mean, you figure, right now, I personally, you know, we're all kind of under the general agreement that they made roughly 550 cases of this stuff, you know, somewhere in that vicinity, and I can account for 25 of them myself. And between you two and Logan, you guys could probably account for at least that much. So between the four of us, I'll say we could safely say we had opened up 15% of the product. Yeah, see? So if you've opened 25, Logan's had to at least open 25. I mean, he's got more than all you guys, right? And then, I don't know how much you've gotten through, Andy. I'm sure there's some other Ghostbuster nuts out there. Oh, wait a minute. We got ourselves a sketch. That's in the wrong spot. So all I'm going to do is give you that much of the sketch. Hey, you know what I will be looking for after I get the foil set? Like I said, since I really don't have any desire to collect the autographs or the sketches, I'll leave that to you guys. I'm kind of just a base set guy. I'm going to... I might... no, I'm not going to do the patches. The two character bio cards. The one that was in non-sport update, and the one that was... that came from the board game. Alright, so we have this whole row to go, and I mean, unless there's a double sketch in this box. So let's take some guesses. What's it of? Who's the character? I'm pretty sure I can tell from just a little piece of it that I saw. Yeah, nobody had him at the Philly show. I didn't even think about just going and buying a back issue, a non-sport update. Alright. We got one guess on Stay Puft. Oh, there's our autograph. I must have flipped the rows around. Is it a $4 sketch though, or in your guys' opinion? Oh, okay. Because what's the other one? It's Gozer. Is that the other the one that came out of from the board game, or however it worked with the board game? All right, 2 more packs, then I'll let you guys. How about Who do you think the artist is of the sketch that we got here? Unless I'm bluffing, you gotta figure it's gonna be somebody good. Alright, so you saw autograph was Arsenio Hall. Alright, so the sketch. We'll go this way. Nope. Sorry, it's not a Simcoe. How about a Houseman? If I can get it to focus. I mean, tell you what I'll do. I'll keep this one and I'll go buy a Simcoe and we'll call it even. Sorry for this. Alright, now you know in terms of value, a Houseman's worth more than a Vasquez. But what happens if we get a Vasquez? Or an Ackroyd with a inscription? You know, I've been trying to think with Vasquez. I mean, I'm sure. Actually, I don't know if we ever pulled any. I think I asked that before. You know, if anybody ever checked through the 25 cases, but I don't remember seeing him in a whole hell of a lot. That at least the stuff that I opened. I know he was big in the Viceroy stuff because I remember pulling a bunch of his out of Carnival. Was the what we did? We did it. I didn't do the space one. I did the insect one and I did the carnival one. Or did I do space? I definitely didn't do the whatever the first one was, like cryptoids or something. It was like all like imaginary beasts. You got to get lucky and hope that somebody, you know, pulls one. And just again, I haven't seen any of them, so I can't tell you the quality. You know, I mean, he's not a bad artist at all, but somebody pulls one and just throws it up on eBay for, you know, 20 bucks, not realizing what they actually have. You know, at least anybody that pulls a, you know, a glebe, I mean, they know, you know, who they are. So if you're saying that he didn't finish off his cards and sold off some of his blank sketch template cards, how many do you think there are, or do you know how many he actually has inserted in the product? So let's see, are we back to normal? Either no autograph or they're out of order again. And it sounds like if that's what he did with his blanks, he probably either doesn't even know himself or he might not want to say. Oh, there's our autograph. Ivan Reitman. Like little bricks. There's our cell. You know, when I was talking with George, and here's more of these. I guess it's possessed food. Is that the one looked like a tomato? That little thing looks like a cheese in the background there. But at the Philly show, when I was talking with George and Colleen, I think it was, talked about they should, make a follow-up to this set because they still have the license for, I think he might have said till the end of the year. I don't remember exactly the date, but probably don't have enough time. But even though the movie that they just put out wasn't exactly the greatest, they still no sketch. Alright, well, that should be it for the boxes without any sketches. That was 2 already out of the first 4. If we're missing any sketches from here on out, either I missed them or there's something wrong with the case. Now that's something I don't think I've had happen yet. We've missed the foils, but I don't think I've ever been shorted autographs or sketches. But I mean, even though the movie wasn't the greatest, I mean, the autograph lineup would be awesome. But I mean, you figure the base set doesn't have any, didn't take Ghostbusters 2 into account. They let sketches in for Ghostbusters 2. I mean, they could do a follow-up set without much problem. Yeah, I'm just saying autographs. Here's our Class 7. Oh, that's not going to happen. Put that there. I still think that they should do a cut booklet and get, whether they just did the 4 Ghostbusters or you do them with never even, are there any Rick Moranis autos like available? Well, Sigourney Weaver just signed for, yeah, Alien. Yeah, I don't think that would work for a cut card, though. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. You could either just do a 4-way booklet with the Ghostbusters, and then you could do a 4 booklet with the girls, from the reboot. Again, excluding the movie, I mean, you're talking 4, pretty big female comedians in today's movie world. There's our sketch. Oh, yeah. Guess that's an interpretation of one of the, what is it, Scolari brothers? Nope. Oh, Nunzio. So you guys are pretty good. Can you tell who that is, the artist? I don't see any name on the front. I mean, he spells it out clear as day on the back, so. Here we go. Annie Potts, we got our autograph. Yeah, so by order, these things definitely aren't the way they usually go. Nope, not Buckshot. No. Nope. Nope on any of them. No, it's not Goad. Goad writes his name on the front, definitely. Cleveland doesn't. They write. Oh no, they actually no. He does write because he's at ATC or AEC. His initials. I don't know what Roger Andrews how he signed, so I won't be able to tell you that one. No. Oh, gotta sell. Let's see, we got more fruit. Yeah. You're gonna have the full refrigerator when we're done here. Alright, so here's a close-up of it. And the artist is Chris West. Now was it Glebe? Who was it that did the one that we had? Wasn't it Glebe? That was a pretty sweet one. Have you guys been following the thread on the forum with they're doing the 3D sketch cards now? Where I forget if they said it was a sister, cousin, wife of one of them. Does the little figures and they attach it to it. That's something completely different and really interesting. You know, I did a few commissions, and you know, I didn't go very expensive because it was the first time I ever did a commission. I can't even imagine what one of those things must cost. I mean, it's got to be, you know, quite a few $100s. I never even bothered to ask. That's like what brought me back into doing cards in general was the 2007 Marvel Masterpieces, and the first time I ever saw a NAR sketch, I mean, that's just, you know, insane. And again, same thing, I couldn't even imagine what he must charge for a commission. I'm going to try and flip it up here. Because like somebody like that or Glebe, I mean, they could really go crazy on a Solomon Grundy. It'd be right up their alley. There's our autograph. Maurice LaMarche. There's our first patch. It's a stance. I was wondering that we haven't. That was 6 boxes in before we hit our first patch. I've been contemplating biting the bullet on, I really like the style of Mark Finneral. He's actually been posting on the forum recently because he was in the Marvel Annual set that just came out. So he was showing off his cards. But he was way more than I wanted to spend at the time. I might end up biting the bullet. Well, if you look, there's a Grundy of his from supervillains on eBay that I've been trying to get it, but I'm pretty damn cheap, so the guy's asking more than what I think it's worth, and he doesn't really want to budge too much. Adam, if you check on the forum, his username on there, it's something like Monster, and just recently he had posted up some sketches that he did. It's like, I don't want to call it psychedelic, but he really gets into like some funky coloring. So it's a really interesting take. Should have hit the sketch. There it is. Not even gonna look. Didn't see who it was or what it was. I always say the best way to explain it is, I think his cards look like they must really go crazy if you put them under a black light. It's like it's almost neon. Alright, I'll just look at the name. Just trying to get it to focus. There it goes. And I forget the last name. It's where's he at? Burnham. That was it. Hey, you guys like you like 7th grade childish boy humor? I gotta preface that before I explain it. Well, if you do, last night I just opened up technically 4 sets of Lost in Space that just came out. Awesome. So, if you go and check the break, I forget if it was the first or the second break, but there's a sketch in there of a rock guy, and if you know about the Star Wars C-3PO era card from the 70s, if you look at that rock guy, you'll see exactly what it looks like. He's got a big boner. There's no other way to say it. It's really funny. Our autograph was Harris Yellen. Yep, that's exactly right. I mean, it's just a shadow, but I mean, it's pretty out there. Here's our second patch. It's a Vankman. You want to go take a second and go take a look at it. It is funny. And then, you know, I didn't notice it at first, and if you guys know Vinny, he pointed it out, and now once I see it, that's all I can see. Oh, you know what? Instead of going, hold on, the card's right here. I got them just off on the out of the camera's view. Let me get it. I think it's this stack. Nope, the other one. There. All right, that's the sketch. Now, zoom in on the shadow. There you go. What do you see? All right. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Of course you did, Avery. I'll do a recap at the end. Biggest, we did get a Houseman sketch of Dana. That's going to be the biggie right now. It's going a little slow because the cards are really stuck together. There's our sketch. Okay, we'll do it again. Challenge time. Who's the sketch of? Bonus points if you guess the artist. So Andy, with the artist, you said you needed, I think you said 6 more. Is it anybody that's really not that hard to get? You just by chance haven't gotten them, or are they all going to be hard ones? I mean, obviously you need the Vasquez, 7 or 8. Like, do you need? I feel like we had this discussion before, but I know somebody had posted before that that Achilles Kakikanakis, however you say their name. I think they only did 15 in the product. Alright, our sketch is Stay Puffed. The fuck is... There you go. Jimenez is the artist. Oh, there you go. And you have, at least you have pick 5 right now in this first case. We'll have to figure out You know, I have piles of, well, I shouldn't say piles, it's not that big, but I have a couple of piles of cards that, you know, when I join my own breaks, or if I, you know, happen to open up a couple of packs on my own or whatever, that just, I never do anything with them, they just sit. Like, I've got nothing costume cards from all over the place. But we got here Jason Reitman. But I did find a sketch. I mean, it wasn't anything special, which is probably why I have it. I'm never gonna find a Houseman in my pile of stuff. I gotta figure out where it is. But it was, I didn't recognize the name. I want to say, is there somebody whose name is something like De Dios or something like that? I mean, like I said, I didn't think the sketch was anything, you know, crazy good. Am I lucky? Like, by chance, he only did 5 sketches in the whole product? I was thinking about just randomly in one of the upcoming breaks just giving it to somebody. But I mean, if it turns out it's yeah, I'll tell you what I'll do. As soon as I'm done with this case, I mean, it's not like I said. I've got like 2 400 count boxes, and then I got like 2 or 3 stacks of cards, so it can only be in there. I don't keep cards anywhere else. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was, something like that. Just mentioning it because, you know, who knows, maybe that's one of the ones one of you guys needs. Believe me, I try to. I wish I could pull every great card that there is. Because I honestly, I feel bad. Especially the last couple of, like, Star Wars breaks. I really feel bad after I'm done. Because it's like, it's, you know, a total dud case. Don't know that signature. Something with a B, whatever it is. Alright, so it's of Egon. Maybe it's DB. Focus. Is that how he said? Oh, it's a P? Okay, I can see that. Not the style I'm kind of into, but you know. We have 4 boxes left to go in this case. Now, we'll still have 4 sketches. I'm not sure how many boxes didn't have an autograph, if any, yet. We're missing... Oh, because I put these all together. We might get one more slide. We got 1 slide so far. We got 2 more patches. We have 5 cells, so we should have 3 more cells out of what's in here. And maybe a printing plate. You know, tell you what, I'm definitely, and I mentioned this, I think I mentioned it to Andy. I don't think I did it during a break, but I'm not playing anything in the background anymore because 2 or 3 times now I got copyright problems because the bots that they use to go over that stuff, I guess, caught the some of the music. And I was actually thinking about FaceTiming and have the iPad, whether I actually have the video visual or just the audio, just to have an extra voice out there. Got Ben Stein was our autograph. I thought that'd be kind of neat. Or even, maybe even an artist. I mean, Ted Dastic, he only lives about 40 minutes from me. Ortiz is our patch. So he's in the same time zone and everything. Thought that'd be kind of neat, just to have something different. Especially if I'm opening up Ghostbusters and you've got either of you guys, you know, and Logan, I mean the 3 of you. I don't know anybody else that knows more about Ghostbusters than you 3. It's not a bad idea. We need a hype man. I'm Chuck D. I need a Flavor Flav. Already over an hour. Yeah, this is still case 21. These cards are sticking together so bad. I was just about to say, we're at an hour 6 minutes, and I still have 3.5 boxes to go. Ben Stein, Larry King, that Maurice LaMarche, Annie Potts, Arsenio Hall, Jason Reitman, Ivan Reitman. I think that's all of them. I left my iPad at work tonight. I'd do it right now. Tell you what, definitely not to do it during while I'm at work, but my my ID for FaceTiming, I think, was just my email address. Well, I can tell you this case is going a little off. There's our sketch. Oh, if you guys caught that, you'd be able to tell who that character was. But I tell you what, I've only FaceTimed like when it's not my kids. You know, that's usually who I FaceTime. I check on, especially over the summer, my daughter, make sure she's not in any trouble. Yeah, I figured you would have seen that. But Avery, just so you know, again, 9 times out of 10, the Ackroyd is in one of the top 2 boxes. And when I empty the case, I flip it over. So if there is an Ackroyd, it is most likely in one of those bottom 2. And I say most likely because it's not always, but usually. Well, the thing is, and I mean, it was a good thing, in my opinion, is that he, he didn't sign 10 cards. He signed a fair amount. I mean, you get an Ackroyd, I'd say one every, well, you can't even say, because it's not quite one a case, but it's like 8 out of 10 cases. I mean, you think about it, some of the other guys that we got at the same, their ratio of pulling the card are the same. I mean, they're, because they're not the caliber of Ackroyd, they're only worth a couple of bucks. Hey, we got a walking Janine. But they will dry up. Again, as there's, only so many cases to go around. Figure if he, all right, so we got a Rich Molinelli, and yes, it was Peck. Yeah, I don't think anybody realized how common they were. You figured, being that, you're talking one of the top guys, since they didn't have Murray in here, and they obviously couldn't do Reitman, or excuse me, Ramus. But they'll dry up. They'll go back up in value some. Figure there's, again, the ratio I'm talking. So if they did make 550 cases, there was probably, he maybe signed 350, 400. I mean, and he went from having no autographs on a card, right? I mean, I don't know of any other product he was in that had autographs. That had a card set. It was a Rich Molinelli, and the sketch was of Walter Peck. Again, we'll do a recap when when we get done. There's our sketch. Don't know that signature. So we got anything on the... Don't know that signature off the top of my head. Well, unplug that. Battery's charged on my phone. I tell you what I'll do. I will turn it and leave it so you can see the signature. That way you guys can tell me. It looks like it's like NOY in a box. Ooh. Hammer one. That sounds more like it. The signature on the back is just a scribble. Alright, so it looks like we do not have an autograph in this one. Definitely not, since this is a cell. And here's another one of this dog. That's the second one of that one. So we got possessed food, a bunch of those, and two of this dog. Yeah, so this is because this is what I had seen. I'll let it focus. So I was kind of confused. I had no clue who that was. So Novel Hernawan. Oh, that's an R. Shows you how much I can see. Anybody need that one? Do you get commissions done, Andy? For and I know you guys talk about getting your proofs, but just getting solicit a commission. So on a not an official AP card or anything. Alright, I'm going to try flipping this around since it seems like the sketch was always in the middle row. And I just remembered that when I had done 4 or 5 commissions, one of the ones I had done was a guy over in the UK. I forget his real name, but he goes by like Benny Boy. And it was really affordable. For the quality of work he did, it was a steal. It's funny that you mentioned Jason Saldahenio or whatever. I think he's one of the commissions I had done for me. Dave Coulier autograph. Oh, that's empty. Are you going to keep it blank, or are you just waiting for the right artist to do something for you? Here's another Walking Janine. There's a printing plate in here. This felt a little heavy. I mean, it's so hard to tell with the cards all stuck. Nope. Now, are you going to get somebody, you think you're going to get somebody who worked on the project, or are you going to get somebody that you like? You have to get your Mike Vasquez that way. Huh, this pack was already open. Look at that. The card on the back's okay. Let's see. Alright, so there's our sketch. And even just from that tiny little sliver, if you guys can make it out, you'll be able to tell who the character is. No? No and no. Wrong on the artist, wrong on the character. I guess you can't see that little sliver. artist is Fur Galicia, and it is a Slimer. So that's one of the right ones. And if you heard that noise in the background, I think I missed out on some cards on eBay that I was looking at. Alright, last box. Still 14 minutes left. You know, I'm so bad with how much stuff should cost, so I don't even know if it's. I feel like one of the cards is they're not even cards for me; they're for my son. Well, I'm only going to take a couple of minutes. All I do is I got to stop the video so it'll save it separately, and then I go right back into it. So I'm only going to be taking about 5 minutes tops before I start on the second case. And this was the box I was saying that if we're going to get an Ackroyd, chances are it's in this one. Again, not a guarantee, but in my experience, it always seemed to fall in this top box. Well, it usually falls. So I'll see if I jinxed this or not. And it's probably in one of these next two packs. The autograph. Oh, wait a minute, I flipped rows. Oh no, yep, here it is. And, nope, we didn't. I jinxed us. I jinxed us bad. John Rothman. Here's our last patch. Zedmore. Alright, so at this point, there will be a sketch, because we already had two boxes early on that didn't have a sketch. It's just going to be if there's going to be a printing plate or a second slide. That's the only. How many cells do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we already have 8 cells, so we should be done there. If these didn't stick together so bad, we would have long since been done this case. Well, they got to make it good since we didn't get the Ackroyd. They're going to give us a good sketch. That's what I'm hoping. Alright, I see green. There's our sketch. It's not Mike Vasquez. I have to at least tell you that.
Turn the TV on.
Oh, we end last pack. We end on a printing plate at least, and it's a black one, so that's good. It's the best one you can get. All right. McComach to Ghost Egon. Clayton McCormick, maybe? Yeah, that's probably who that is. Shows you how bad I am with reading names. Sorry, go back. Alright, so we got Possessed Egon there. And what did we get a printing plate of? Oh, nice. Here you go. This was actually, I think this would go up pretty high. I mean, it's a great image. It's the black plate. I say that's a really high pick. Like, that might go number 5. Don't know. Alright, so quick rundown. You just saw the printing plate. We got Class 7 for the slide, so we didn't get the standard. We got all the foils. We got our 8 cells. Nothing special in those. We did not get an Ackroyd in the autograph. Alright, so we had the McCormick. And I'm going to show them all. Well, actually, not all of them. And then the Galicia, this because that's funny. There's a Jimenez Stay Puffed. Eric Burnham. This was the Chris West. And then probably our top 2 sketches. So you got, oh, and also the Houseman, just so you know, because it probably won't show up in a scan. The dress is all covered in red glitter. So you have the Mikey right there, which is the Egon, and then this is the Houseman. Let me try and see if I get some. There you go. You can see it. See how it's all glittery? Really put a lot into that. Okay, so that is it for case 21. Yeah, I am going to just clean off the table. I have to stop this so I can save the video, and then we'll get right to case 22. So I'll see you guys in just a few minutes.